And in this segment, of course, all the music I will be playing will be music by myself, produced by me, sung by me, and released by me, and distributed by Rebeat Digital. If there's anyone out there who wants to check for copyright control, I am the copyright holder of all music that you'll be hearing in the background while I do this reasoning. Okay, my friends? Yeah, man. Reggae music. Come again. Rastafari. Yeah, so like I'm saying, I was asked to do a little bit of reasoning. I call it reasoning, a little bit of speaking on self-motivation, of positive thinking, and keeping it positive. And really, it's not that difficult, you know? First, you gotta just realize and tell yourself and overstand, as we say, not understand, but overstand that everything is possible and that your mind is in control always to the limits where we can control, because there's a superior control. That's the first thing we need to understand, is that there's a greater control, a universal control that allows us a certain extent of control. You know, as we say in Jamaica, they probably say it all over the world in different languages, the same thing, that man has mantrol and the creator has control, because there's a greater force in the universe that we know in truth very little about. We think we know a lot, but we assume a lot and know very little. But the fact is that there's a higher force. So it's the first thing we need to accept. And if you can accept that, you're halfway through the battle of winning positivity and self-motivation. Because you cannot get this energy on your own. You need to take it from the source. And the source is the universe that allows you. For example, you have these little oriental people from the east that can punch through walls, break through bricks, you know, with their bare hands, their bare knuckles, or the side of their hands, chop through bricks, chop through wood, you know, do incredible things with power that doesn't make sense to the human eye. And they don't even hurt their physical bodies. Yeah, they're made of flesh and bones just like me and you, but somehow they've come to a understanding or overstanding of working with the elements and the energies that they become superhumans. Some of you say, oh, it's not true, it's all trickery. It's not trickery, it's real. But you have to get your mind to that state. And you can't do it from one day to the next. It's a lot of hard work and focus. And so it is, my friends, with the mind, we can achieve anything. And that's why in the universe we live, things are being achieved over and over and over. You know, people keep running faster, people getting stronger, people living longer. It goes on and on and on. And where will it stop? No one knows. No one knows where it will stop, because it's like, it's open. You know, if you're willing to put the energy in, whatever you put in, you get back. You know, that's how it works. Whatever you put in, you get back. So you just have to put the energy in, and this, of course, you're gonna get it back. That's how it goes. So you don't start off with big steps. You start off with small steps, like a child. You know, when a child is born, they don't get up and jump. They don't come from the womb and start running around the house. You know, at first they can't even move. They can't even roll over. But slowly and surely, step by step, they achieve each goal, step by step. And then they start to roll over. And then they start crawling. And then they start standing up. And then they start taking one step, two steps, and then they start walking. And eventually they're running. And these children grow up to be adults that can do amazing things. So, you know, imagine what you can do as an adult if you would just have patience like a child and train yourself. So, you know, when you wake up in the morning, if you have a bad attitude when you wake up, if you wake up miserable or sad or upset when you get up in the morning before you even say thank you to the universe for being up, that's going to be your day. You're creating your day because you're creating an energy that's very negative. And so it's very unlikely that you're going to end up having a positive day with that attitude because you already started your day with a bad set of energies, you know. So that's the first step. It's like when you wake up in the morning, no matter how bad the things are, just know within yourself that they can be better. You know, it's all about the mindset. You know, and there are all these phrases that they're in every country around the globe that have been going around, floating around forever. And I've been living my life based on them since I was a child, you know, because in the land of Jamaica where I come from, I was told these things a lot of times, and they made sense to me. And I saw how they made me positive. Like one of the ones that stuck out since I was a very young child was one that my father used to say to me quite a few times. And I think most Jamaicans say to their children, I don't know about today, but back in the day anyway, because I'm an old guy now. And the saying is that every disappointment is for a good. Listen to me. Every disappointment is for a good. And you might say to yourself, how can a disappointment be for good? Well, that's because you're only thinking in one context, the negative. You don't know what could have happened if you weren't disappointed. And you might think, oh, but you know, I really wanted to go to that place, or I really wanted to get that present, or whatever. And I didn't get it because I went and it was gone, and you're so disappointed. But you don't know what could have happened to you on the way to getting that thing, or on the way to going to that place. No one knows. So the disappointment, for all you know, it could have saved your life. It could be a great thing. So this is what I'm saying, you know. You have to look at the positive sides. You can't just think of one side, you know. And if you do that, you will see that things can take different turns, you know. And you know, you will not feel sad if you can convince yourself that if you can convince yourself that the reason why the thing happened was for good and not for bad, you won't feel sad. You know, you'll feel good because you'll say, wow, maybe I could have been hit by a car, or maybe this could have happened, or maybe that could have happened. So if you can say that to yourself and convince yourself, and it is possible because no one knows. No one knows what could happen in the next second, in the next 2 seconds. Nothing is promised to no one. We feel secure that, yeah, we're going to have a great day and we're going to have a great month and a great week and a great year, but there is no guarantee. Who's guaranteeing you that you're going to have these things? No one, and nobody can. They can say these words, but they can't make it happen. It's all a matter of grace from the Creator or from the universe that allows it to happen. Nobody knows anything about anything. So once you understand those things and you accept them, you can live your life on another level. You know, you can create positivity because there's nothing to be negative about. Even though you don't know, but why not think positive? Because you know, there's a thing also called the law of attraction, where you attract the things that you want in your life. But you need to focus on them. And there's a lot of negative things and negative thoughts and negative people out there always trying to get you to go the other way. but you need to overcome those things. You know, you need to focus your mind to the point where it just stays focused. And, you know, not another person or something can take your focus off unless you decide that you want to take it off. So those are the building blocks to making your mind positive. And then once you start doing it, it becomes like a habit. And when it becomes a habit, you won't even think about it. You'll just be doing it normally because that's what you do. And I'm not saying that sometimes for moments you might not feel a little bit negative, and that's not a bad thing, or you might feel a little bit sad, and it's okay, it's an emotion, but don't be lingering in it for days and weeks and months, because it does not help. It's not going to change anything. I mean, it does change a lot of things for the worse. You know, the things to do is like whatever the situation is just accept it and deal with the reality of what it's teaching you and learn from it and move on. Because all the things in life, as long as we keep living, will benefit you in your life. Everything that you learn as you go along, doesn't matter how it seems, how difficult it seems, and how terrible it seems and it feels, it will help you in your life. Especially, you have some people who, for example, they're always having the same problems. They're always having the same problems over and over, over and over. Some people never have any of those problems. And you must ask yourself, why is it that John down the street is always getting robbed? And I live on the same street. I live on the same block. I walk down the same places he walks, and I never get robbed. There's a reason for that. So what I'm saying is that, yeah, we attract things. And we do it consciously, and we do it unconsciously. And what I mean by that is, we do it knowingly sometimes, and a lot of times we do it unknowingly because we're so caught up. We're so wrapped up mentally, thinking about all these things that, you know, and we're thinking about them not in a positive way. We're stressing about them, thinking that, oh, I got all these bills and I don't make enough money and this and that, and you know, and you're going, and then like every thought makes it heavier, your burden. Every thought makes it worse, and that's never gonna help you to get rid of your problem. So the thing to do is not necessarily to forget about, oh, I need to pay these bills, or I need to take care of my child, or I need to whatever, but it's to think positive about how you can do the things you need to do, and not think negatively about how you can't do them, because you can always change this thought pattern. And if you change your thought pattern, you're going to feel much better. And if you feel better, you will behave better. Your whole attitude, your body language will be better. Because when you're not happy, your body language is very unhappy and very negative, and it gives off negative energy to all the people around you, and it makes them feel bad because you feel bad, and so it's a lose-lose situation. You see what I'm saying? So you know, if you can give off a positive energy, you're gonna just make people feel more positive, and they'll give off positive energy. Because let me explain something else. You know, no matter what I'm going through, you know, when I go outside of my home, nobody outside knows what I'm going through unless I show them by my body language, or I tell them verbally. How will they know what I'm going through? They can't know what I'm going through. Nobody knows what I go through when I go outside of my house unless I tell them. This is what I'm saying. So, you know, it's up to you. I mean, people will see you and think that, oh, Jane must be so happy. Look at her, she looks so glowing, and she may be going through the most terrible time in her life. But she's not showing it because she's not feeling that necessarily. She's feeling that I'm going to overcome this problem. You know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to solve this situation, because for every problem there is a solution. Yeah, there's always a solution for every problem. So there's none of this, oh, you know, I'm not going to be able to do it, and oh, it's too hard. And if you say these things to yourselves, those are not ways to have a positive mindset, because you're stopping yourself from even having a chance by saying these things to yourself. So you need to switch that up, you know, and you can start off with small things, small little things, like when you wake up in the morning and thinking, oh, you know, I hate my job, I don't want to go there and be there for 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever it is. Just say to yourself, you know what, I don't really like this job, but it pays my bills and I'm going to do it, and in the meantime I'm going to find a better job. Yeah, just change your attitude. It will make a big difference. And then once you do that, you will feel different, you know, and things will start to happen, because you will be attracting this energy, and it will change everything. So my friends, this is what I have to say to you today, that it's all up to you. It's a mindset. So find ways to start practicing to be more powerful and use your own, you know, your own power, your own personal power to overcome these things. And you can get a lot more done in your life. You will achieve a lot more things, and you will feel a lot better, and you will spread much, much happier energy to each and everyone around you, you know? Yeah, you can do it. I know you can do it. Everybody can do it, but you need to work at it. You're not just gonna get up. It's like, you know, you get up one morning and then boom, your life has changed. You know, you need to put the energy in. If you put in 100%, you get 100% back. If you're gonna put in 2%, you think you're gonna get 100% back? I mean, just look at it logically. If you're working at doing anything and you put in 5% of effort, how on earth are you gonna get back 100% from that effort? It's not possible. So if you want to get 100% back, you put in 100%. If you want to get 50% back, you put in 50%. Okay? So that's my reasoning for today. And I want to know that all you guys who are listening, who are locked on, who are tuned in, that you all, if you're not already doing it, because I know a lot of you are doing it, because a lot of you are positive, but the ones who are having difficulty, please apply this to your mindset. Start thinking positive. Turn the things upside down. There's not only one way to anything. There's not only one road to any journey. There's many ways. And find ways that make you feel good. Yes? So on that note, I'm signing out, guys. And I have like another 40 minutes or so left of sweet, sweet reggae music. So don't you go anywhere. Stay with me and we'll catch up.